Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ross Cloud Podcast. While you're at it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to the Black Ross Network. Listen, again, we're back again with Rashaad Johnson, who is the author of Identical Contradiction. He's an amazing talent as he continues to be on his pursuit for greatness. Rashaad, what's happening?
Man, I'm happy to be here again, man.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. Back in the city, back in G-Borough once again, man.
Yes.
Listen, man, you are someone who continues to elevate, and just dare to do what you want to do and be okay with it. Let's talk a little bit about becoming an author, but your transition into becoming a motivational speaker.
Right. So me becoming an author was really it was really therapy for me. Like the speaking is what I've always enjoyed doing. Yeah. Becoming an author was actually from a mentor of mine. He said, "Listen, Rashaad, you need to write a book." He was like, even as a speaker, you have a lot of thoughts in your head and you need to share them. I know you share them speaking, but you need to put something on paper and really, give people something to understand you a little bit more. And even being a speaker, my whole purpose is just to spark thought in people, to elevate their thought process, to help them become better people. I tell people, somebody asked me years ago, like, what is your purpose in life? And I thought about it for a while. My purpose in life is to help people become the best versions of themselves. Period. That's what I was born to do.
I love that. I love that. And it's something that, did you always just know public speaking was going to be your thing? Did you just always know that from the beginning?
I didn't.
Really?
I didn't, because growing up, I actually had a couple of, somebody saw it in me way before I saw it in myself. I remember one of my family members and my mom encouraged me to be in an oratorical contest when I was young. And I didn't want to do it because I was shy. Yeah. I didn't like being up in front of people. So it wasn't anything that I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I didn't like it at all. But I found that I liked expressing my thoughts and I liked sparking thoughts in other people. Yes. Like I enjoyed being able to talk about what's going on in his head because it was therapy for me. Sure, a lot of times, man, when I speak and I write, I'm grateful that it benefits everybody else, but most of the time it's for me. It's me just expressing it to help me become better.
Yeah, I love that because guess what? It does start with you. It does start with you. When I think about motivational speaking, I oftentimes think about a person who has a ton of life experiences to share with the world. And you, sir, you do that because in your book, you lay it all out for us as the reader. And hopefully the folks can get a chance, an opportunity to get their book as well. Get your copy real quick. Go and check out Identical Contradiction as we continue this conversation with Mr. Rashaad Johnson. So, Rashaad, I know you just got back from Denver. Am I correct?
Correct.
And you spoke in Denver. What was that experience like for you?
That experience was amazing.
First of all, Denver.
Yes, Denver. Denver's different. Colorado is very different, really, from the East Coast. Very different.
Yeah.
It was amazing for me because after I spoke, there were several kids that came up to me. Several young people was like, "Mr. Johnson, like I love what you said about this. This changed the way I thought about this. Like you made me think different. You made me, feel better about myself when you spoke. You made me reevaluate how I thought about myself." Like that was it for me because that's my purpose. Like my purpose is really to affect people and help them climb a little bit. That was the best part of all of it. Like I do enjoy speaking. Sure. I do enjoy talking about what I think and how I think.
Yeah, man.
But to be able to impact youth like that, like that's everything to me.
So that is your thing.
Yes.
Impacting the youth. Wow.
Yes.
When did that start for you, for the youth as your target, and why?
Okay. For me, it started because on my journey to just become a better man. Yeah. And I started thinking about what I wish I had when I was a youth. I started thinking about what would have benefited me when I was younger. I started really thinking about what conversations I wish somebody would have had with me as a young boy. And that spawned everything. I remember searching for mentors and searching for people to help me. And I don't remember who it was, but somebody said, "Hey, be who you wish you had when you were younger.
Wow.
And from then on, that was just my mindset. Like,
Wow.
I'm going to give the next generation what I wish I had. Because it's our job to make sure we leave this world a better place. It's our job to make sure that the next generation has more than what we had, or it can experience more than what we experienced. That's where it all started. Me just trying to be a better man, and me trying to be a better man. I was looking for mentors, and I was looking for in different areas, like when it comes to finances, when it comes to just being a man, when it comes to family. I was looking for people in different areas to help me in different spaces. And I realized, hey, if I'm looking, I know some other people could benefit from this too. And that's what really sparked me really paying attention to the youth, more so because the youth, they listened. Not all of them, but they listen more than us. Because sometimes we get grown, we feel like can't nobody tell me nothing.
Come on, bro.
Listen, I'm constantly learning, constantly wanting to seek knowledge and wisdom from people.
Yes, sir.
But that's where it all started. Me just trying to be a better man and realizing, okay, be what you want.
Yeah, I love that, man. So first of all, what a great blueprint to go off of. Like, that's amazing how you just said that. Like, that's an awesome blueprint to use. We all can actually use that blueprint, whether you want to do motivational speaking or anything like that. The importance of mentorship.
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Mentorship is everything, because if you look at, I'll give you one of the best examples I know. I'm a sports guy. I love sports. Well, I remember listening to interviews with Kobe and him talking about his quest for greatness.
Yeah. And
he said, I had it good because I had the epitome of what I wanted to be right in front of me, which is MJ. He was like, I thoroughly studied this man. I copied almost everything he did. He was like, that was the blueprint. Yeah. That was the epitome. And he was like, I was fortunate enough and hungry enough to go after him and learn from him. And that mentorship is everything. Sometimes we try to figure everything out by ourselves. And my mindset has always been, I'm gonna find the greatest person in that arena and I'm gonna try to learn from them. I'm gonna try. I may not be able to know them, but I'm gonna read what they put out. I'm gonna listen to what they say. Like, that's the easiest way. Find the greatest person in whatever arena and model that, because you don't have to recreate the wheel. No, like, I hate cliches, but you don't have to recreate the wheel sometimes.
Yeah. I love that, because I agree with you. I think sometimes we do get caught up in worrying about if we're emulating somebody. But I look at it as you're actually studying and perfecting your craft, but it's not going to take away from you being Rashaad.
Right.
Yeah, because you can only be authentically you, which is so dope. Can you talk about a little bit about that, your process of becoming Rashaad Johnson? And if you would, kind of talk about how the brim became the persona of you. And we love it. For those of us, we love it. So can you talk about that journey to building your persona and your brand, if you would, pretty much?
True. It's a lifelong journey and I'm still doing it. But let me tell you where the brim came from.
Yeah.
I decided a long time ago that I'm going to be me. Because my whole life, I remember trying to emulate other people.
Sure.
As a youth and even as an adult, to be honest with you.
Come on now.
I see somebody that I like the way they move. I like the way they do this. I like the success they had. Yeah. I've tried to emulate other people, so much so I crossed over to trying to be just like them, trying to say this the way they said it, or act the way they act, or dress the way they act. A while ago, I realized I have to be me, and whatever that means. I jokingly say, most people, when I get my millions, and it's coming, when I get my millions, I know people are gonna have stuff to say about things that I may wear here and there. Right. But here's what I decided to do. Yeah. If I like it, I'm gonna do it. Right. It doesn't matter to me that it's not in style. It doesn't matter to me that nobody else is wearing it. I don't care. Yeah. And I've kind of been that way my whole life, even in high school. Yeah. I remember being in high school and just waking up like, I always knew I wanted to be a businessman for whatever reason.
Facts. Yeah.
Putting on a suit, going to high school. Yeah. Dudley High School. I remember the first time I did it, my friends were like, you got a presentation or something today? What you doing? I was like, nah, I just felt like putting on a suit. Like, what? Who just feels like putting on a suit in high school? Like, I did.
I do, right.
Some days I feel like putting on a suit. Some days I'm wearing jogging pants. Some days. and I allowed myself to do whatever I feel like doing. It don't have to be in style. Nobody else has have to do it. Has to be able to do it. But if I want to do it, I'm going to do it within reason, as long as I'm not hurting nobody.
Yeah.
But that's where it all came from. Me just doing whatever I wanted to do. Like, and again, it doesn't matter that nobody else is doing it. I'm me. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But that's where it all came from.
Man, I love that, man. I absolutely love that. Can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges that you might have faced while on your pursuit and actually while doing public speaking, while actually working in your craft? What were some of the challenges and pitfalls that you think you faced, if any?
Man, I think I faced all of them, all that there were to face.
Facts, yeah.
I think failure has taught me so much in life, and I've gotten to the point, gratefully now, that I'm not afraid to fail, because that's how you learn. Everything comes from failure. The lessons you learn from failure so outweigh the lessons that you learn from success.
Yeah.
And so me becoming who I was, I made a lot of mistakes. One thing I've learned about even the speaking business, the speaking is a very small part of it. The business is what you have to master. The business is what you have to learn. I remember hearing, I don't remember what artist it was, but they were talking about, it was a musical artist, and he was like, listen, show business, it's like, to be successful in show business, you got to understand and perfect the business. The show is a small part of it. The same thing with any business. Like, you have to understand the business part of it. And I made mistakes. I tried stuff, I failed. I tried stuff, I failed. But I didn't look at it. I learned not to look at it as a failure. I just learned to look at it as that's the journey.
Yeah.
Like anything you do, the greatest people in the world, they didn't succeed at everything they did the first time, and they don't always still succeed. The best football players still make bad plays every now and then. They still make mistakes. And I learned to be okay with it. Now, my goal is to perfect it and be the best I can be. But the failure taught me so much. It humbled me, and it taught me so much, but it gave me a greater desire to learn. I think the more you stay hungry with learning your craft, whatever it is, the greater you're going to be. Even going back to the example I told you with Kobe. Kobe was one of the people, just like Mike, they worked out more than everybody else. They practiced more than everybody else. They paid attention to their body more than everybody else. They spent more time studying film more than everybody else. That's why they were great. That's why they were successful. So it's about really honing your craft and that hunger to learn. That's what I've learned in the pursuit of the speaking business.
Man, I love that, man. Paying attention to the details. Details.
And I hate details. I say this.
I got
I
you.
used to not be I'm a very artistic, creative type person.
Sure, man.
So details and organization was never my thing. And I remember one of my mentors said, that's not your thing naturally, but you need to make it your thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to become great, you got to pay attention to the details. Absolutely. You have to be more organized.
Yeah.
That did wonders for me, just switching that mindset. And he was like, I was like, well, certain things, I don't really like doing this and like doing this. The best piece of advice I got from a mentor, he said, you don't like doing this? He said, okay, you don't have to like it. You just got to do it. You're not going to like everything you do. He's like, you think MJ liked getting up every morning at 5 a.m. and working out more than me and more than everybody else and exercising? He didn't like all of that, but he understood he had a goal. And he knew what was necessary to obtain that goal. So that has been my mindset that I've tried to adopt.
I love that, man. Thank you for sharing a little piece of you here on today. If you would, could you say something positive to that next generation of motivational speakers and public speakers? What would you say to them today?
Absolutely. I would tell them to be yourself. Be you. Yeah. This is why I give this example a lot. If you wanted to hang up a picture, let's say you wanted to put up a portrait on the wall and you didn't have a hammer ready, you could take your shoe off and bang that nail in the wall, with the heel of your shoe, whatever type of shoe you got. It'll work. It's not the best thing. It's not as good as a hammer. It'll work. But if you do it over and over and over and over again, you're going to damage that shoe. And that's what we do to ourselves sometimes, trying to be something that we're not naturally. We damage ourselves. We damage our emotional state. We damage our mental state. The one thing I would encourage every young person to be is yourself. There's nobody else like you. You're amazing. Like, if you believe in God, you can't believe that God made a mistake when he made you. You're amazing. I tell people, like, listen, my boast, I should say this, I made a video. I was like, my boast is 200 million. I'm like, I beat out 200 million sperm to be who I am. I'm supposed to be here.
It's a great analogy.
I'm supposed to be this way. I'm supposed to look like this. I'm supposed to act like this. I came in this world a winner. I'm me. So the young people, I would tell you, you got to understand that you're supposed to be exactly how you are. It may not be like anybody else. It may not be what's popular. It may not be what's the end thing, but your success is going to come when you learn how to authentically be the best version of you can be.
Man, I love that. Thank you for your time, Rashaad Johnson. We really do appreciate it, man. Public speaking at its finest. Listen, this is the Ross Cloud Podcast. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to the Black Ross Network. Keep being great. Peace.